In the web of civilization, when everyone is contributing the major portions of their lives to work and ambition, there are some incredible workers who are doing the most unbelievable and dangerous jobs ever. Their ambitions and their dreams are uncanny, and their lives redefine danger. They have thoroughly transformed themselves into superhumans to reach the heights of wonder. In this video, we visit the breathtaking stories of incredible workers who have evolved themselves to find living in the most unthinkable jobs ever. Changing dead-end tower insulator. This is yet another unbelievably dangerous job of all time. These electricians are trying to replace a dead-end tower insulator. And just for that, they need multiple supporting hands, because it is never going to be an easy task. You can see them hanging in the air, trying to reach the insulator. Even though the power is cut from the back end, still, height alone is scary enough. Moreover, they are all hanging by just one rope. This is definitely mind-blowing, because being able to do their job at this height takes guts. These workers are definitely doing one of the most dangerous jobs ever. Wind turbine workers. For wind turbine specialists, life is just about high risk, while these workers mount the turbines, which are about the height of a 35-floor skyscraper. At this height, a rope and a strap are the only two tools which makes them feel safe. From this altitude, it is difficult to stay calm, but these experts perform their job at this height. It is definitely one of the most dangerous jobs in the world, because from this height, anything can be possible. But these workers keep their nerves calm and do what needs to be done. Chinese plank road workers. Building plank roads along with Chinese mountains has brought so much tourism attraction. But sometimes, while enjoying breathtaking sceneries, the marvelous efforts of laborers who made this all possible gets ignored. These are the Chinese plank road workers. With one rope to ensure safety, they tread on maddening heights and build plank roads. For hours, they stay 1,640 feet above the ground and do what no machine can do. These mountains are the most difficult places to work on because it's a cliff with no proper place to grab or to place your foot on. But these workers, defying all human insecurities, keep on working. Incredible! The man of stone heart. Being a lineman is about doing one of the toughest jobs ever. This footage shows a lineman worker who was about to replace a high-voltage H-structure insulator. He is at this enormous height trying to do his job. This is such a difficult situation to be in, because one bad move can lead you to life-threatening situations. He is in the midst of high-voltage power lines, trying to replace the insulator. The height alone can be scary, but working with such high voltages is the worst. This is definitely dangerous and scary. No wonder you need a big heart just to think of doing this job. Acai farming. Growing acai is a cultural tradition of Para, Brazil. People have been harvesting acai for centuries, but the recent boom in the market has been compelling more families to come into this business. To harvest acai and pick berries, growers have to mount to the top of these trees that are narrow, steep, and they can reach up to a height of 82 feet. This is dangerous because when you're climbing this high with just a rope, danger is always lurking. Falling from such height can be dangerous and life-threatening. But despite all the dangers, people continue to dive into acai business, trying to earn more. Sulfur mining. Indonesia's Kawah Ijen volcano is famous for its blue flames, but to locals, it's the sulfur that matters. It is the yellow harvest of the volcano, known as Devil's Gold, and for a reason. It pays them well, but it comes with its own dangers. Hundreds of workers mine on this active volcano while battling with toxic fumes. Working conditions here are way too dangerous for anyone, then most of the workers don't even reach 50 years of age. Most of the sulfur mining in the world comes from oil and petroleum refining, and this method is almost obsolete. But the workers keep on doing this. Why? Because contractors are happy to get cheap sulfur, and laborers are getting more money than from farming. risking lives for deadly explosives. Due to decades of war, there are millions of unexploded grenades and mines which are scattered across Afghanistan, and people have found a unique way to earn a few bucks. They scavenge the ground for weapons and then sell the copper to scrapyards. This is a life-threatening job because these weapons stay explosive even after years. This 7-year-old almost shattered half of its skull because of a bomb blast. And that's not all, because even if they don't explode, they are still dangerous as they're covered with decades of rust that can cause deadly tetanus. All this risk for earning just up to $3, but repercussions cannot be ignored because about 160 people are killed or injured by explosive remnants of war every month. Horrifyingly, in 2021, nearly 80% of the casualties were children. Agaria salt farmers. In the middle of the desert, when temperatures rise to 114 degrees Fahrenheit, no one would dare to stand and work. But these people in India would live their whole lives mining salt in this desert. This is a dangerous living because the land they work on is so salty that they would get boils on their feet and legs, painful enough to not let them walk for days. All this to just earn $4 a ton. This same salt, industries would sell it for $260 a ton, making soaps, detergents, or table salt. Agarias have a history of mistreatment, but why would they keep on doing such a dangerous job? Well, in a country of vast unemployment, they need to feed their families. Limestone workers. In the limestone mines of Egypt, hundreds of workers work under temperatures as high as 104 degrees Fahrenheit. Just about 60 miles from Cairo, this is the largest limestone deposit in the world. Workers work day and night to carve out limestone, which is used in a variety of productions, from making tiles to medicine. But this job is not as simple as it appears, because when it is cut, it produces white smoke, which is poisonous for humans. This white dust contains silica, and once it's inhaled, it can cause silicosis, and as well as dangerous lung cancer. While these workers keep on working with just a cloth mask and paying a much higher price. Blood cobalt. In the wake of the green energy revolution, Congo's cobalt miners are paying the brutal cost. Cobalt, being the vital ingredient for electric batteries, is crucial for this new revolution, and these reserves fill about 70% of the world's cobalt needs. But these massive industrial mines are mostly Chinese-owned, which are a law unto themselves. Workers are violated and rampant. Small-scale and artisanal mine workers who are working on the fringes of these big mines are always at the risk of arrest or even death. But then why are people even working in the mines? Well, the answer is the dying economy of cobalt, where people are striving to survive another day. And now, let us move on to our subscriber pick of the day. This image was sent to us by one of our subscribers. Similarly, if you ever wish to know more about an image you come across, just send it on over to us. Who knows, we might even feature it in one of our videos. This picture shows one of the toughest jobs of being a lineman engineer, who walks on thin wires far above in the skies to ensure streamlined electric supply to the locals. They literally walk on the skies with just the security of a rope. Being a lineman engineer is about courage, because walking on such thin wires demands a heart of stone. This is more than an adventure, because when they're walking on such heights, one bad move can lead to pretty undesirable situations. But it's their heroism that keeps them working and making thousands of locals enjoy electricity in their homes. Modern-day slavery at brick kilns. These brickworkers live a life of no expectations and no dreams. They are just two hands who are skilled at making bricks. 70-year-old Vasanti Megwar has spent her last 20 years working at brick kilns, trying to pay off her debt. And so does her son, his son's wife, and his 12-year-old grandson. This young kid has known life to be just about making bricks. Vasanti's family took a loan from the kiln owner to pay the hospital bills, and from then on, they are stuck trying to pay off the loan. There are hundreds of other families who share a similar story, yet all of them are stuck paying the loan with their lives. fixing underwater gas pipelines. This is yet another unbelievably dangerous job that no one would have ever expected to exist. A team of sea diver technicians prepares a worker to dive under the deep ocean. It dives protected by a steel cage, dives, and reaches up to 103 feet down the sea vents. This worker is a technician trained to fix gas pipelines. Despite all the protection measures, it is still a dangerous job, because in case of any unexpected happenings, there are less than 5% chances that a diver could get out of such depths. But each time a technician dives, it intentionally ignores all these insecurities and does their best to fix what is required, so that millions of people can leverage streamlined gas usage. See you next time!